working for you. Good. And, oh, lovely Kate, welcome. So nice to see you. Hi. Fantastic. Well, so great you can make it. So just sitting comfortably and just taking a few breaths. So settling into your breathing as we bring ourselves back to the present moment. So we're working with the power of the now this week. So just letting yourself drop into the here and now, into the present moment. It's kind of difficult to do, I know. But just letting the past drop away and the future be imaginary. And sometimes just focusing on your breath can make you feel more present. So we'll just take a couple of breaths now. Sense the inhale and sense the exhale. And if you're breathing through the nose, a little trick is to just feel the air flowing over the upper lip. And there's something about that sensation which can make you feel more centered in the here and now, in the present moment. Good. So I'll just remind you as we move through to come back to the now. But for the moment, let's take a gentle twist to the left. Just an exploratory twist, turning the head, looking over your shoulder. And then inhale, center. And relax the shoulders. Good. Let's take a twist to the second side. Good. Looking over your shoulder. And back to center. Good. Let's bring the hands together at the heart, dragging the shoulders onto your back, and just pause for a moment and feeling the breath bring you back to the present moment. And we'll interlock the fingers, push the hands up and away, having a lovely stretch. Take a big deep breath and release the arms. Good. Just shrug the shoulders a bit. Well done. So I'm going to come to hands and knees and just begin as we often do with these cat stretches. So I've seen you all do these brilliant before. So inhale, looking up, and exhale, looking down, tucking the tail between the legs, bowing the head. That's great. So just take your time. As you breathe, feel the breath moving in the body, and let the sensation of the breathing just bring you back to the sensation in the body and the present moment, here and the now. That's great. Just a couple more rounds to warm up the spine, please. Fantastic. And we'll pause with a flat back, and we're just going to do that one where we wake up the shoulders. All right. So raising the right arm, looking up towards the right fingertips, have a bit of a stretch in this direction. Take a deep breath. And bringing the back of the hand to the ground, threading it through, come onto the side of the head and shoulder, fingertips. Wonderful. Just take a moment here, and then we'll come back to all fours. Lovely. Second side. So raising the left hand, reaching up, looking up towards the fingertips. Take a deep breath. And bringing the back of the hand to the ground, sliding it all the way through. Good. Maybe fingertips on the other hand. Just letting the shape wake up your shoulders a moment. Oh, that's lovely. And we'll come back to hands and knees. Inhale, lift the chin and the chest. And we'll tuck the toes and press back to downward dog when you're ready. Just finding your first down dog of the day, unless you're Vicky, who's on her third yoga class of the day. All right, so finding your way into your down dog. You've all done this before, so I won't go on too much. I'll just let you find your way, and you might want to slowly pedal the knees. Good. Stretching out the backs of the legs. Nice. Fantastic. Take a deep breath. And we'll come to a high plank, if you would. So bringing the shoulders over the wrists. Just go ahead and take the feet a step back so you're in a straight line. Nice. Take a breath here. And exhaling back to down dog. Wonderful. So if anything I say is a bit much, you don't have to do it. Just drop your knees to the ground. Come to all fours. Try this. Hug the forearms towards each other and broaden the upper arms. That's good. Take a breath. And then coming to a high plank. Try broadening the upper arms and hugging the forearms towards each other in this position. That's good. Take a breath. And then knees down. We'll come all the way onto our tummies. Keep those elbows close as we descend. Point the toes, lengthen through the legs. Little baby cobra, so just a small one. Lift the chin and the chest. Roll the shoulders onto the back. Inhale. And on the exhale, come through all fours back to down dog. Marvelous. We're going to bend both knees now and just lift your bottom a bit higher. Yeah. Broaden those upper arms. Hug the forearms in. Take some slow breaths. And then walk the feet to the hands, forward bend. Shrug the shoulders, shake the head, relax the mouth. Getting heavy in the heels, we'll come up halfway, so with the hands on the ground or the legs, exhaling bow. And on the in-breath, all the way to the top, so big stretch up. And let's bring the palms slowly back to the heart. Take a deep breath in. Mountain pose. Good. So just gather your awareness back to the present moment. Feel the soles of the feet relaxing into the ground. Strengthen the legs. On the in-breath, sweep up the arms. On the out-breath, bow all the way down. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhaling, bow. Lovely. So we're going to bring the right foot forward and the left foot back into a high lunge. So just go ahead and bring the hands either side of the front foot and push back through the back heel just to wake up the legs a little bit. Very nice. And then springing the back foot to the front, we'll do the second side. Just getting that front knee more or less over the heel, push back through the back heel. Oh yes, that's fantastic. We'll take this to a high plank. Zipping up into plank, broadening the upper arms, hugging the forearms in. Take a breath. And then knees down, elbows close to the ground, point toes. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, flowing back to your downward facing dog. That's wonderful. Take some slow, deep breaths. Enjoying each breath as it arises. Experiencing each exhale. That's good. Coming more and more into the now, where it all happens. Wonderful. And then we'll walk the feet to the hands, forward bend. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhaling bow. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Take a deep breath in. And standing tall. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bow. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale and fold. Good. So we've got the right foot forward, and we're going to step the left foot back and bring the back knee down on the ground for a little bit of a low lunge now. So this is where you maybe could take the front knee a bit further forward. Good. Go ahead and bring your right hand to the hip, shrug the shoulders. And you're going to look to the right, move your middle round, move your chest round, turning the gaze to the ceiling, and then raising up that right arm for a nice twist to the right. Looking good. Take a deep breath. And exhale that hand back down to the ground. So we're going to pick up the back knee, change legs, big lunge. Dropping the back knee down into your low lunge. Just drift that left knee a bit further forward. Very good. We're going to turn to the left. Bring the left hand to your hip and turn your tummy, your chest, your ribs, your face, your neck. And then lastly, unroll that left arm towards the sky. That's great. Take a breath. And both hands to the ground. Let's make our way back to our high plank. Coming halfway down now. So with or without the knees, chaturanga, elbows close. Good. And all the way to the ground. Point the toes, lengthen the legs, curl up, cobra. Or even up dog if you wish. Come to straight arms. And then flowing through down dog in your own way. So we make these transitions our own. Find your way, and we'll all meet in down dog, experiencing each breath as it rises and gently departs. Fantastic. And then walk the feet to the hands. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhaling, bow. And on the in-breath, we're going to sweep the arms overhead. And slowly, with the exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, lift the heart to meet the hand. Mountain pose. Very nice. So today we're working with some back bends in order to open the upper back and the chest and work with what we call our heart center. So just join me by turning the palms to face forward. Shrug the shoulders onto your back and just lift and brighten the upper ribs. That's nice. Take a breath here. Thank you. Let's bring the hands behind the back of your head, so the kind of fattest part of your head. With the feet nice and heavy, soften the knees, and then wing the elbows wide, curling back, arching back. That's good. Inhale, straighten, and release the arms. Very nice. So we're going to do that again. Think about keeping the back of your neck nice and long, as if those hands were still there, cradling the skull. Soften the knees, scoot your hips forward, and we'll sweep the arms overhead. Take a standing back bend. Make a kind of C shape with your back, looking back towards the fingertips without scrunching up in the back of the neck. And inhale, center. Exhale, hands to the heart. Very good. Deep breath in. Mountain pose. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bow. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhaling, fold. And we're going to the right foot forward, left foot back. Let's come up to a little bit of a high lunge, balancing. So scissoring the thigh bones together, the back heel off the ground. We'll sweep the arms up, roll the shoulders down, and go ahead and look up through the fingertips, reach up through the fingertips, take a breath, and place the hands back on the ground. Bring the back foot to the front, second side. So we're coming up to a balancing high lunge. Get your balance. When you're ready, sweeping the arms up, looking up through the fingertips. Imagine that lovely darkening sky above you. Take a breath. Step back, high plank. If you're in the mood, make these transitions your own. So we're coming halfway down or all the way down, up dog or cobra. And everyone's going to meet in down dog when you've done your version of this little flow sequence that we use. Settling into your best downward dog. Feel the hands rooting into the earth. Feel the inner thighs move gently back and up. Taking some slow, deep breaths here. And we'll walk the feet to the hands, forward bend. Inhale, extend. Exhaling bow. Inhale all the way to the top. And bring it slowly home to the heart. Deep breath in. Mountain pose. And we'll choose the version with the palms facing forward, just because it goes quite well with our actions today. Very nice. So can I invite you to raise the right arm? We're going to bend the right elbow and just bring your left hand to the right elbow. That's it. And what we're going to try and do is get that left arm a little bit behind your head. Keeping the right arm very relaxed and arch back. So push your head into the top arm and curl back a bit. It just helps to wake up and open up that tight spot in between the shoulder blades. Great. And then back to center. And we're going to change arms. So both hands to the sky, bend the other arm, tap the elbow with your right hand, getting that right arm a little bit behind the head, arching back, curling back. That's nice. Moving the shoulder blades towards each other. Oh yes, take a breath. And release. Wonderful. Very nice. I'd like us to work with this pose today. So we're going to bring both arms up, bring the palms together, and then bending both elbows, point that prayer position down towards your spine. You can kind of snuggle your head into the lower arms, press the head into the lower arms, and if you lean back slightly, you get quite a nice effect as if you're squeezing the shoulder blades in and lifting and opening in the heart. Take a breath and release the arms. Thank you. Coming back to mountain pose, this very open version that shows your heart to the world. Feel the soles of the feet. Observe the breathing. And on the inhale, the sweep up the arms. On the exhale, flow nose to knee. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhaling, bow the right foot forward. We step the left foot back. We're going to gently bring the back knee to the ground. Come to a little bit of a balance. So put the back knee down, scissor the midline, and just give those arms a bit of a shake, as if they're kind of heavy. That's good. Wonderful. So this pose is sometimes called the crescent lunge because you're going to make that C shape with your back again. So beginning with the hands behind the head, lay your head back into your hands, winging the elbows wide, arching your back, looking up. Very nice. And if it's going well, let's extend the fingertips, curling backwards. Tracking the fingertips with your eyes, but keep the back of the neck long. Arching back, curling back. Let's take a breath and bring the palms together. And then we're going to point the fingertips down your back. You know, that same one we did before. Good. And then push your head into the lower arms in this position. See if you can lift the breastbone towards the ceiling, imagining that evening sky. Take a breath, and we'll place the hands either side of the front foot. Well done. We're going to pick up the back knee, change legs. So big, deep lunge, taking the back knee down, low lunge. Let's come up to a balance, shrugging the shoulders. That's good. Give the shoulders a bit of a shrug. Well done. Let's start hands behind the head again. Lay the head into the hands, and we're going to be really cautious of this curve in your neck. So keeping that neck nice and open at the back there. Reach up with the fingertips. We want the curve to come from your tight spot in the upper back. That's it. Arching back into a crescent shape. Take a breath. Place the hands together overhead. Bending the elbows. Bring the hands down your back. And continue to arch back. Curling back. Opening up that thoracic spine. Oh, wonderful. Take a breath here. And placing the hands on the ground. Back to all fours for a moment. Let's do a round of cat stretches just to see how we're feeling. Oh yes, let's open things up. Just rolling the spine around. And then taking the hips to the heels. Come up onto fingertips and bow your head between the upper arms. Shrug the shoulders a couple of times. Marvelous. Just pause for a moment. And we'll come back to hands and knees. Lovely. Inhale, lift the chin and the chest. Exhale, tuck the tailbone. On the in-breath, we're going to come up to kneeling, please. So kneeling up. How is that going to feel? Place the hands on your low back for a little bit of what we sometimes call the camel. So being really mindful of this back of your neck. So just don't want this horrible angle in the back of your neck. Going to keep that open. So let's scoot the hips forward, wing the elbows towards each other, lengthening the back of the neck. Start to lay your head back into maybe imaginary hands, if you like the feeling of holding your skull earlier. That's good. Curling back, lean back. See if you can tilt your chest towards the ceiling. Fabulous. And inhale to come up. And just relax the arms. Give them a bit of a shake. Well done. That was good. So we can do another one of these where you tuck the toes under. All right. And can you touch your heels? So touch one heel with one hand, the other heel with the other hand. Give the shoulders a shrug. Lift and brighten the chest. And keeping the head cradled in those imaginary hands. So lean back and maybe you can hold your feet with your hands. Maybe not. Maybe your hands will just hang there and that's fine too. As long as your neck is safe. Oh yeah. Let's take a breath. And release. Beautiful. Let's point the toes. So we're going to do the same thing, but you'll notice it's gone down a couple of inches. So it's a bit harder this time. So join me. We're going to widen the thigh bones. Take an imaginary tail and scoot it between your legs. You're going to really push your hips forward. Shrug the shoulders, nice bit of length in the back of the neck, arching the spine, and then bringing the fingertips to one heel, the other heel, maybe to two heels, seeing how you're feeling, as long as that back of the neck's nice and safe. Arching back, Ustrasana. camel pose. Fabulous. And then coming up. I'm going to settle the hips stack down onto the heels, take the knees a bit wider. And bringing the hands to the ground, walk those hands away, bowing the head. And you can rest your head on the ground if that's comfortable for you. Place the palms together in front of your head. Bend the elbows and point those fingertips down your spine in child's pose. Finding a good way to be. Just counter-posing after all those stretches. Lovely. Thank you very much. And then I'm going to release the pose, bring the hands to the ground, and then coming onto your tummy, take a little bit of a rest. So make a pillow with the hands, take the toes out to the side, and relax into Makrasana, the crocodile. Great stuff. So we're doing an awful lot of back bends today, as you probably noticed. You will do some forward bends in a minute. I promise. All right, let's bring the ankles together. Lengthen through one leg, lengthen through the other, and really press your toenails into the ground so much that your knees come off the ground. And we're going to push the hips into the ground. Bring the hands beside you, roll the shoulders down, come up into a bit of a cobra. Wonderful. Take the hands off the ground. Oh yes. Keep those toenails working into the mat, hips working, shoulders rolling down the spine. Take a breath and then make a pillow with the hands and relax. Very good, very good. So we're going to change our cobra into a bit of a deeper back bend that's sometimes called Shalabhasana, the locust. All right, so lengthen through the legs, work the tops of your feet into the ground, and that will help to stabilize the low back. Knees are off the ground. Let's bring the hands backwards, fingertips pointing towards the toes. Shrug the shoulders and lift your upper body. So if you're more flexible, you might be able to interlock the fingers for this one, but keep those toes working into the mat. The toenails will really secure this pose for you. Lift the chin and the chest, keeping the lovely curve in the cervical vertebrae there in the neck. Don't jam up in the neck. Take a breath and relax. Rest your head. Soften your tummy and breathe it into the ground. Wonderful. Replace the hands, come up to all fours. Inhale, lift in the chest. Exhale, come back to child's pose just momentarily. Take a breath. And then we're going to come to kneeling. So if you're not so comfortable kneeling up, you can just take your left hip over to the side. So we're all going to take the left hip to the ground and the feet over to the right. I know that kneeling one's not a popular one for a few people. Okay, so we're going to bring the right hand to the left knee. Take the left hand all the way around the corner, rolling the shoulders down. Can you bend the back elbow and curl that left shoulder into your spine? Lifting and turning, looking over your left shoulder, lengthening the spine. Very nice. We've done quite a lot of opening here. I'm looking at that tight spot in between your shoulder blades. Can we try and unlock that? Get the tip of the shoulder blade into that tight spot and rotate around it. It can be very freeing. Good. Inhale to center. And we'll flip the feet to the opposite side. Taking the left hand to the right knee, or whichever one you didn't do. Walk the fingertips behind you. Bit of a bend in the back elbow. Curl that shoulder blade in. And we'll sit up tall. Look over your shoulder. Spiraling round. That's nice. Curl the tip of the shoulder blade in towards your spine to unlock that horrible knot, the laptop knocked. And inhale, center. And we'll extend the legs in front of us. Walk your bottom back a bit. With the fingertips beside us, circle the shoulders. And we'll sit up tall. Fantastic. Just take a moment to see how you're feeling, especially in the area of your heart chakra. So there may be a kind of warm feeling in the middle of your back and in your breastbone area, or not. Just see, give the shoulders a shimmy and a relax. That's good. Breathing into any sensation in your upper body, front and back. Very nice. We're going to bring up the arm and roll the shoulders down. Using all your core muscles, extend towards the sky. Take a deep breath and hinge to a seated forward bend when you're ready. Bowing the head. Just let yourself soften into the pose. Let your upper back soften towards your lower legs. Marvelous. Take some slower, deeper breaths. Marvelous. On your next inhale, please emerge. And roll the shoulders down. Good. We'll bring the sole of the left foot in. Getting comfortable. Arranging your hips however you can. Bring the hands either side of the straight neck. And we'll take a deep breath. And bow. Bowing your nose towards your right knee. Releasing the left hip as you go down. Just observe your breathing. You might be using your ujjayi breathing or just a gentle, natural breath. Whatever's working for you. And then walking the hands back. And I'm going to slide that left leg away and take the sole of the right foot in. Getting set up, hands either side of the straight leg. Take a breath and fold. Softening your way down. Breathing your way down. Lovely. And then on the inhale, emerge. And straightening both legs, just go ahead and circle your ankles a bit. That's nice. All right, so I'm going to suggest you bring your feet to the ground. And this is going to be kind of hip distance apart. So you can even find the middle of each heel and using the stripes on your mat, line it up with the middle of each hip bone or something like that. And we'll place the hands behind us and the fingers out diagonally towards the sides of the mat. Shrug one shoulder in, then the other, and lift and brighten in the chest. So remembering that lovely curve in the neck vertebrae. Just make sure that that's nice and open, not gone into a nasty angle. And then if you want, you can lift your hips and come to what we call tabletop. It's a nice shoulder release for you. See if you can get your body parallel with your thigh bones. Something like that. Looking good. Let's take a breath and then lower the hips to the ground. Let's come to lying down. So just putting each vertebrae on the ground, one after another. Come to lying down and turning the palms to face up. Just let the knees fall together. And we're going to pause for a moment. Observe your breathing, either ujjayi breathing or just natural breath. Lovely. And then separating the knees again, bringing the feet to hip distance. We're coming to a few bridge poses. So this is a moving bridge. Let's start just by tilting the pelvis. So turning the palms face down, shrug one shoulder in, then the other shoulder, and then lifting up your hips. And on the next exhale, rolling your spine back down, vertebrae by vertebrae, letting the arch return in the waist as the tailbone hits the ground. Nice. Okay, let's do that again. So tuck the shoulders under a little bit more. Inhale, lift all the way up to the top, pushing the feet into the ground, pushing the knees away, lengthening those thigh bones away. Look carefully for your neck, so the chin's towards the chest. Take a breath, and then see if you can roll your spine down from the top to the bottom, every little part, all the way down. And the arch comes back and relax. Wonderful. So one more of these, and we're going to hold it this time, all right? So you might want to walk the heels in a bit. Shrug one shoulder under, then the other. On the in-breath, coming all the way up. And you can either keep those palms pressing into the ground, elbows pressing into the ground, or even interlock the fingers if you like. Keep the heels rooting down. Push more into the shoulders, into the ground. That's nice. It's the big toe grounding down. Extending those thigh bones away. We'll take a big deep breath. And releasing the hands, unrolling all the way down. And just walk the feet a bit wider. Turn the palms to face up. And we'll allow those knees to drop together. Good. Relaxing into the shape. What we call our constructive rest. That's fantastic. Just take a moment. Take a breath. Lovely. So I'd like to suggest you hug the right knee into your body and just circle that right knee a few times. Just massaging the hip joint on the right. And you might want to see how it feels to straighten the left leg and do that. If it doesn't feel so good, you can just bend it a bit. Marvelous. So we're coming to the one we call half happy baby. So taking the right knee to the outside of your right shoulder. It's not going to go to the ground. You're going to keep that left hip down. Just going, heading in that direction. Bring the right arm on the inside of the knee and hold the ankle, or even the side of the foot. Then we're going to turn the sole of the foot towards the sky. So you've got that vertical shin going on. Bring both hands to the foot. Great. And keeping the left hip on the ground. Push that right foot into your hand. That's fantastic. How are you doing? Oh, looking good there. Just giving it a little bit of a push. And relax. Let's bring both feet back to the ground. Well done. We're going to do the second side. So hugging the left knee in, circling the left knee a few times. Maybe it might feel good to straighten the right leg. Good. We'll take the left knee out to the left. Bring the arm on the inside of the knee. Hold the ankle or the side of the foot and turn the sole of the foot towards the ceiling. Try and get that shin more vertical as you draw the knee and down towards the ground, which it won't go there unless you're super bendy. So just in that general direction. And then both hands to the ankle or the foot, whatever you're doing. Having a bit of a stretch here. Oh, yes. And then we'll bring both feet to the ground. Walk the feet as wide as the mat and just let the knees fall together. So it would be quite good to spread out the arms, but if you haven't got room, what you can do is bend the elbows, bringing those upper arms parallel with the top of the mat. So getting into a comfortable place, upper arms parallel with the top of the mat. Can you please drop the knees over to the ground on the right? So you're kind of on the edge of your feet, and your feet are either side of the mat. So I'm on the little toe side of my right foot and the big toe side of my left foot. And just let the legs get heavy here. You're not going to do much, you're just going to let the weight of the legs release those hips for you. And the shape of the arms release those shoulders for you. Wonderful. And let's bring the knees up. Check your feet are still quite wide. And then drop the knees to the opposite side. So now I'm on the little toe side of my left foot and the big toe side of my right foot. And I'm just letting the legs be heavy and relaxed towards the ground. And then we'll swing the knees back to center. And maybe walk the feet in a bit as you let the knees fall together. Well done. Take a moment, experiencing the moment fully. Great. Let's come to a full happy baby. So we're going to hug the knees in, bring the arms on the inside of the knees, and hold the ankles if you were holding them before, or the sides of the feet if that was easy for you. You bring the shins up to the vertical, taking the knees towards the ground beside you. So turn the soles of the feet towards the sky. Fantastic. Coming into this lovely hip stretch. I'll take a breath. And return the feet to the ground. And pause. Good. Please bring the soles of your feet together. And go ahead and bring your hands onto your tummy. Make sure the hands aren't touching each other. They're just on different parts of your abdomen. Feel the warmth radiating from the hands, matching up the heels, the soles of the feet. Breathe that warmth into your hands. That's fantastic. We're drawing our practice to a close. So after a few moments here, may I invite you to straighten the legs and just relaxing the legs, let those feet flop out to the sides. And we're going to shrug the shoulders a little, turn the palms to face up, getting into a comfortable place. That's nice, putting on some layers, that's right. Doing whatever you need to be a little bit more comfortable lying down. Go ahead and relax your hands completely. Let the fingers gently curl. Relax the shoulders completely. Smooth the brow. And let your eyes just rest back into the head. Relax your eyes into the head. Allow the skin on your whole face to relax and soften. All expression fades. That's good. Let your bones get heavy now. Let all the muscles of the body relax. Let the skin on the whole body relax and soften. And for a few moments, let go of everything, allowing your thoughts to drift. Letting your mind wander to a really relaxing place. Just for a few moments, let go of everything. Fabulous. Just feeling very relaxed. If you wish, you can stay here as long as you like. But if you feel like you're ready to emerge, just join me by moving your fingers a little bit, maybe the toes. We'll take a deeper breath in and a deeper breath out. Rolling onto your right side, getting comfortable on your right side. Making a pillow with your arm. And just fluttering open the eyes now. There's no rush at all, and you can just stay here longer if you wish. But if you're ready, let's push the arms into the ground and come up to seated. You're taking a nice seat with a straight back. You'll relax the shoulders down. And find yourself back in your yoga seat if indeed you want to. We're just going to close our practice with a short meditation this evening. We've spent quite a while working on this heart center, this heart chakra. So can I invite you to put your right hand over your breastbone, and you'll kind of be able to feel that sensitive spot there. So just place your palm where it feels right over your heart, your emotional heart or your spiritual heart, not the beating heart. Then we'll put the left hand over the right hand. And rolling the shoulders down, just allow yourself to breathe naturally. Sense the breathing underneath your hands. So our heart chakra is the doorway between the physical body and the esoteric body. So by opening this portal, by being open-hearted, we can transcend everything in the physical realm, the earthly body, and start maneuvering into a kind of higher plane, a more spiritual plane, connecting with our divinity, which is perhaps why they say God is love. By opening this capacity for giving and receiving love, our life is transformed from the earthly to the divine. So just breathing into any sensations that that concept might bring up in you. That's good. And we'll take a deep breath in. Transition the hands to Namaste hands, honoring our true divine nature, which is sometimes concealed. We'll take a deep breath and release the practice for today. So thank you so much for your time and energy. So next Tuesday, I'm going to transmit from the new venue. So I hope some of you will rock up and keep me company in person. But if not, it'll be exactly the same on Zoom, but you also have the option of coming along to the stables in Woodham Street near Grove Park.